kind of late with my college football predictions, but I was just busy last week. But we're back. Tyrell, has always been on the channel, but really for just NFL. But we're just going to toss him in with the college this year as well. So just combine them. It's kind of just easier to do it like that. I don't want to do two separate lives or two separate videos for it, so I'm not doing that this year. Um, so how are you doing today?
Worked a little bit. I gotta work a little bit after this, and then I'm going on the boat a little bit later. So
On the boat, I'll be I'll be in, the warehouse, my work environment actually working tonight today.
man,
No, no, no. But I mean we're off for Labor Day, so but we're off next Friday, so I might go in, I might not, I don't know yet. But we'll start off with college football and then we'll make work our way to the NFL. Um so what'd you think of week one of the college football season and everything?
very interesting. I did say a couple weeks ago that Florida State would win, so that was one upset. But I think every other one I picked was not right. I know I had Baylor win; they lost. Uh, I'm pretty sure Colorado lost. North Carolina lost.
Lose, they got destroyed. Absolutely destroyed.
Had Texas win; they lost. That was such a defensive low scoring game too.
Terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm not surprised because of if you have a week one big time game like that, most of the time people should hammer the under when it comes to points. Now, if it's a game like it was with Auburn and Baylor, I knew they were scoring points. That I mean, Hughes Freeze, all of his offenses have been score, score, score. So I'm not surprised with that. Um, I liked week one. Obviously, I'm a big, all of us are huge football fans. I'm more college than professionals, but it's not by much overall. I just like the college atmosphere, so that's the main thing with me. Um, I I will say this: I don't like all this heart Arch Manning hate and stuff like that because one, he's going against the reigning champs at their place. It's not like he's at home, so like that hate is kind of it's very iffy.
All of it was from. I mean, I think maybe it's just because I don't know if it's just because he's with Texas. I don't know if it's just because people are mad that they had Texas ranked one, but like I don't know like what he's actually done that would make people hate him. That's what I was confused about. So because I just said it'd be hard for him to like um in the situation, it'd be hard for him to really fail at Texas. I mean, they do have the talent and stuff like that. They did have a crazy tough opponent week one, but I mean, even for the rest of the season, it'd still be hard for him to really like unless he's just really bad, like how everybody's trying to make him. Then
I can't say much. I mean, you go in to face a team like Ohio State that always has a solid defense, probably a top five defense most years. Like it's probably it's going to be tough no matter what. I mean, you got the best defensive player probably in the nation, Caleb Downs, which he's like everywhere. You run the ball, he's there. You pass it, he's almost there every time. So Caleb Downs is very good. Let's before we do our predictions, let's I want to talk about this top 25 poll rankings. One, I will just say it. You'll hear me say it constantly, and I've done it on my social medias. There should not be any poll rankings until week 4 or after week 4. I don't really like these rankings Because if you're telling me this, look, Florida State's an approved team, but you're telling me they weren't ranked a week ago, and now they're in the top 15 because they beat the brand name Alabama. Come on now.
And like, yeah, so it's the rankings are really weird, and that's one thing, like, because I'm like, because you like college more than NFL, and I like the NFL more than college, and so the whole pre-ranking before they even play a game is just even more weird to me because at least in the NFL, like you can have free agency trades, maybe, but it's not as many. But in college, you have so many more moving pieces with like transfers and like you can't.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just overall, I just the rankings to me don't make any sense at all. Okay, well, okay, there we go. Um. Oh,
So
okay, okay. I knew something messed up because your audio messed up at towards the end. I said, "Oh, dang." Um. But yeah, so these top 25 rankings, we have a new number one, Ohio State. They probably should have been ranked number one from the beginning. If you're going to rank teams, you got to rank them by last year, and they're the reigning champs. I don't care if they lost this or that; they're the champs. So they should have been ranked one. I don't get Penn State being ranked two. I'm not high on Penn State. James Franklin cannot win a big game. Okay, I'm so damn tired of hearing. I've seen so many people and I know that they're my team, but I've seen so many people disrespect Oregon of not being in the Big Ten championship game when you know Penn, even though we're going to Penn State at wide out and everything. When's the? There's not a time that James Franklin's won a big game minus 2018 or 19 when he finally beat Ohio State that 1 year out of 10 years or something. Like, come on now. So I just don't like that. LSU three, I guess I understand it. At the moment, Georgia four, Miami five. Um, the Hurricanes really surprised me. I will say that when they faced Notre Dame.
I was like, somehow they're going to end up winning that game. But like before the end, I was like, somehow. So I was like, I really wanted to pick Notre Dame, but I was like, I feel like somehow Miami's just going to end up winning.
I had Notre Dame because I didn't think Miami was going to beat them, even being at home. But yeah, that was my lock of the week last week, and I'm 0-1. I'm 0-1 with my locks. So Oregon is six. I'm fine. I'm honestly fine with most of these rankings minus Penn State. I don't get Penn State, but Texas falls to seven. Clemson goes to eight. Notre Dame nine. South Carolina is in the top 10. I don't know if they're a top 10 team, if I'm being honest, but they do have they do have an electric quarterback in Sellers, so that's for them. But I don't know if they're a top 10 team. But they had a decent victory. Who they faced? Virginia Tech? Was it Virginia Tech? So I don't know how Virginia Tech is going to be, but we'll see how they are this week because they face Vandy, and there's a lot of hype for Vandy because of what's his name coming back for his seventh season or whatever season it is for him. Illinois 11th. A lot of people are high on them. I really don't know anything about Illinois. I know they brought back a lot of people, but you don't think football when you think Illinois. That's all I'm just going to say.
I thought they were like toward the back of like 16 or 17, but
Arizona State 12. I'm fine with that. Florida 13th. I'm fine with that because I think Florida can be a very good team if they.
stand though because like what is the I don't see a huge difference between Florida and South Carolina, and I don't see why South Carolina's like ranked ahead of them. Like I don't know. Like obviously, I'm not a fan of either of them, but it just doesn't make sense to me.
Better team in my opinion, but I don't. I don't know. That's why I would not have rankings until week 4, and that's why I'm not posting a video of my top 25 until week 4. So that's why I mean normally I would react. I mean I'm reacting, but normally I'd give out my top 25, but I'm not doing that till after week 4. We already talked about Florida State. I wouldn't be mad if they were ranked, but I think they should be in the 20s if they're ranked, in my opinion. But
I mean, uh, um,
I'm not mad about that, but it's just a name brand. I feel like Iowa State 16th. I would be fine with Iowa State over Michigan and Florida State because they've actually proven themselves in 2 games, and they got to prove themselves against a rival in Iowa this week. So SMU 17th. Well, we'll see how SMU look. Oklahoma 18th. Um, the game of the week is going to be Oklahoma and Michigan this week, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how that looks. I think. I think that freshman quarterback in Michigan is going to get very much humbled this weekend against that Oklahoma defense, but I still think they would have a chance to win. A&M at 19th. I'm not big on A&M. You can miss me with that A&M hype. I don't like A&M. I like Old Miss more than A&M. And now 20th, Alabama falls to 21. That's a big fall, but it's a valid big fall for me. So I that's one of the things I'm like, okay. I look at this poll list, I'm like, that makes actually sense. I think Tennessee should be higher than 22nd, but yeah, I think they only they was Tennessee 24th or 3rd last week.
I think it's 24th. Yeah, barely ranked.
Alabama, and I'll be fine with it. I think Alabama could have dropped to 25th, in my opinion. I don't. Indiana falls 3 spots. I'm not high on. They have a $1 billion roster. We'll see how that
Yeah,
turns out. Hi, welcome to the stream. And then Utah comes in 25th. I'm fine with that because I think this Utah team is going to win the Big 12. Honestly,
really?
over Arizona State. Yes, they got the quarterback too. That quarterback is electric, and I like that. Other, I'm going to just name the top 5. Let's see, top 7 or 8 teams that's receiving votes to be in the top 25. BYU is the first team. Auburn's valid. I like Auburn. Auburn has very good talent. It just depends on the quarterback play. Um, Georgia Tech, USC. I don't know why USC is receiving votes. Louisville. Wait a minute. Louisville ain't ranked. Oh wow.
Mm,
TCU. Just because they beat North Carolina, doesn't really make me. Missouri, I understand Missouri a little
yeah,
bit.
I can see that.
And South Florida, yeah, because they actually look pretty good. And then Nebraska is the last team I'm saying. We'll see about Nebraska, but Nebraska has a very easy, and I mean
Schedule.
easy schedule. Yes, they do. But that's enough of that. Let's get to the games this week. First one I'm talking about, we don't get their ranking, but their 11th team. Illinois at Duke, and Illinois is a -2.5 favorite. There's some of these games we're just gonna pick outright. Some of them, when it's a bigger spread, we're just gonna see if they can cover. We'll
Okay.
answer like we'll cover, but this is just a pick 'em. At Duke, I don't know. I don't know nothing about Duke. I do know they have a pretty good quarterback that's young, and a lot of people are talking about him. I forget his name all the way. Um, this is. I guess this is going to be the first big tell to see if Illinois is a top 11 team. I'm going to just go with the upset. I'll go Duke to win.
Dang. I was wanting to go with Duke, but I mean, shit. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just telling you right now. I know they're on the road, but if you're a top 11 team and you're not even more than a 3-point favorite, yeah, something fishy there.
I know that's why I'll I'll go Illinois. I'll go Illinois.
Uh,
I'll say my upset for another one.
yeah. Huh. I do want to mention this game. I didn't put it down on the list, but I said I was high on Florida, but if you're a better, and I'll probably do this in a short later on. Florida is a 17.5 point favorite against South Florida, and South Florida is a good team. I would take that points with South Florida immediately, honestly.
I don't think you would. I don't think you gonna do that.
Honestly, I think I would. I put it over here on the side to mention it, so I'm just going to say that. Um, Iowa versus 16th Iowa State. Iowa State 3.5 point favorite. I'll let you go ahead with this game.
I'll go Iowa State.
Yeah, we're going to agree on this one. Look, I probably won't watch this game. I'm gonna be honest because watching Iowa football as a whole is like one of the worst things to try to experience. So that's why I will say Iowa State. I know one thing. I'm probably hammering the under on this points because Iowa plays good defense, no matter
Yeah,
what. No matter what. Baylor trying to bounce back from last week at 17 SMU. This is like a 2.5 spread. Um, I'll go first. Baylor really needs this win, by the way. Especially with losing to Auburn, but I just don't think they will. I will go SMU with the win.
I'm gonna go Baylor again this week. They gotta avenge me from last week.
Ooh. Mm. All right, this one is for the spread to see if they were covered, and of course, it involves my team this week. I always mention my team in these college football, and especially Oklahoma State coming to Oregon and Eugene minus 27.5. I'm gonna just say this: Oregon's probably going to cover and cover actually maybe more than this because Mike Gundy, he's been talking this trash all this week. I've seen the quotes. I've seen him talk about it. Oregon spends this with NIL. We don't. At this point, NIL is a big deal. So shut up about it and just spend your money. So I hope we blow them out by even. I honestly, I hope we put 70 on them if we can, at least 60. So I think Oregon will cover the 27.5 with being at home, especially.
Man, I don't like doing. I hate doing big covers, so I'm gonna say they don't cover.
Mm.
I hate. That's one thing I never do those. I never do the covers. Oh man,
All right. Ooh. Um, this is a pick 'em. 20 Old Miss at Kentucky. They lost last year to Kentucky. Is Ole Miss going to bounce back? They are 8.5 point favorites. I hate when there's spreads like that. You either got to go down to 6.5 or go up to 9.5. So, what do you think with this? I think Ole Miss wins the game. I don't know if they covered the 8.5, but I'll go Ole Miss to win the game for sure.
yeah, I'll pick Ole Miss too.
To me, this game, Kansas 2-0. Jalen Daniels for his last season. I don't know what else they got, but they're 2-0 so far, and they've been putting up a whole lot of points. They're at Missouri this week. I don't know if I'm high on Missouri, but a lot of people are. But Missouri is one of those places it's hard to play at really when you go to Missouri. It just feels different. So I'm gonna go Missouri on this one.
Yeah, I'm going Missouri.
Um Number 12, Arizona State at Mississippi State this weekend. I think this is going to show how Arizona State's going to be throughout the year. Sam Levitt, very good quarterback. Don't know the other pieces they got because I know they did lose pieces for sure. Cam. I believe they lost one of their good wide receivers too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe.
Hmm.
But I think Arizona State will win this game, and honestly, I think they will cover the 6.5 spread that there is. So I got Arizona State winning.
Yeah, I got Arizona State.
I don't think Mississippi State's really that good of a team, so I don't know why the spread is only 6.5. So that's the crazy
Hey
thing to
man,
me.
yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, well, people I work with at Mars, we have this, we always pick one. I picked Oregon minus 27.5. So someone's got Arizona State, and someone's got damn, what's the other one? I don't know, but the 4-1 we got, I'll have to send it to you later. It's honest, most of it looks pretty good, but we'll see. Um, Vandy going on the road to Virginia Tech. We'll see what Vandy's about with this game. They beat Virginia Tech last year, but they are underdogs going into Virginia Tech. This is a not game though, so that might be very difficult for Vandy. I'm gonna let you go ahead and pick this game.
Uh, at Tech.
2.5 favorites are Virginia Tech.
I'm gonna go Vandy.
Oh man, this is like one of the games I'm like, man, this is very hard to pick.
I know, cause
But
I feel like Tech wants to bounce back, especially being at home. But
I also think it if Vandy's quarterback talked all this smack and saying we're this and that, you know what? Until he proves me wrong, I'm gonna go with Vandy, and I think they'll go in there and beat them. With Sandman and everything playing, I mean that
Sandman.
hey, that college football
Mhm.
entrance is probably one of the best. So I mean,
You like Sandman?
I like their entrance, yes, because I mean it's a cool entrance. You can't deny that. But I will go with Vandy as well, even though I'm kind of iffy with that one. I don't know. Um, Had to throw this one in because I like having even games um from time to time. UCLA late night on the road to UNLV. If I'm not mistaken, Dan Mullen is the coach at UNLV. They got their quarterback is one of Michigan's old quarterbacks, the one Alex Uri, or I don't know how to say the last name. Um, but as you know, UCLA got Nico. They had a rough week 1 against Utah, but Utah's a really good team. Um, uh, this one's gonna be tricky, but I think UCLA will win on the road, and I mean, I don't think it'll be by much though.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go UNLV.
Mhm. Uh-huh. And all right, the game of the week. You got number 15 Michigan on the road at Norman at number 18 Oklahoma. Um, I think this will be a close game. At least for 3 quarters, but man, I think this Oklahoma defense was very good last year. They got a better offense this year with John Mate coming in as the quarterback from Washington State. Um, I know Michigan's going to probably have good defense, but their offense didn't look as. I mean, their offense looked decent last week, I guess, but against a lower opponent, I don't think Bryce is going to be able to handle this Oklahoma defense, and I got Oklahoma. I'd say by a touchdown or 10 points to win.
Damn.
Yes.
I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
You think it'll be close?
Yeah, I think it'll make. If I think it'll be like 3 to 6.
Well, the
Either
point the
two
point
field
spread
goals or just one.
the point spread is 5.5. Oklahoma at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Michigan may cover that.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, one of our picks in the parlay is Oklahoma money line, so we ain't doing the spread on that one. So, but that's week 2 of college football. That's our predictions. Here we go to NFL week 1. We both picked Philly. I know we're late. Blah blah blah. We both picked Philly tonight. You got Kansas City and the Chargers in Brazil, 8 o'clock. What are you thinking for that game?
Really do want to take the Chargers, but you know, why are you making that? It's
I
just hard. Okay.
I already know what you were wanting to say and everything.
Uh,
You want to take the Chargers, but it's the Chiefs, and I'm gonna just be honest. I don't have the Chargers winning.
man, they just always end up finding a way to win by some bullshit, and uh, like it's in Brazil, and I'm like, man, maybe the Chargers can get them, but then like I'm thinking, the Chiefs, they got it. They trying to prove something again, so yeah, I don't know. So I'll just play it safe. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs. This game I'm definitely gonna be biased because I'll be at the game. Tampa at Atlanta. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Going to that game last year was probably one of the most embarrassing moments of watching a game in a long time. We made Kirk Cousins look like he was back in Minnesota from about 4 years ago. And I forget you know what? Hold on. I don't know how many passing yards he had, but I know it was a lot.
I thought it was like 500.
Yeah, well, I'm about to find out because it's 509 passing yards. And yeah, that's just
Yeah, he was.
and you know what's a bad thing? The first thing when I pop up Kirk Cousins versus the Bucks, Stat Moose has Kirk Cousins has done a good against the Buccaneers for his entire career. 116.1 passer rating,
Damn.
1,671 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 2 picks in 5 games against them.
Yeah, he's played crazy against y'all. Jeez.
Yeah, that's embarrassing right there, man. But that game last year was very, I mean, don't get me wrong, entertaining game, good game. But if you look back, there's just some games you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, that's just so bad. And that's one of them because Kirk Cousins literally got fucking benched. Like just shortly after that, like a couple of games after that, maybe because he played so bad, and it just didn't work. It's not working out for them, especially. So I don't know, but if honestly, if I was in Tampa Bay's organization, all throughout this week, you got TVs in the locker room or whatever, I'd legit have that game just on replay because you had Kirk Cousins
Man,
literally.
it was just one game, man.
Bro, Kirk Cousins threw for over 500 yards. We're not talking about Kirk Cousins from 5 years ago that didn't have no injuries and, that, you wouldn't have been really too mad that he balled out because he was younger then.
That's just
But
a vintage performance, man.
500 yards is embarrassing. So I'd have that on replay. But you already know where I'm going with this. I think Tampa wins in a close one. honestly, I just hope it's not a close one. I hope we just go into Atlanta and just blow them out, and so I can yell in people's ears like I got last time and everything. So I'll go with Tampa to win in a close one for real. I think a lot of people are talking Atlanta for the division. I don't think people realize even with Tom Brady gone, guess who's won the division? We have, even if it's not a good division. So I go Tampa in a close one.
Uh, at Atlanta, I don't know if I can do it, man. I don't know. I ain't saying they gonna win the division, but at Atlanta, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Atlanta this time.
Mm,
Just, I mean, I would like if they lose, I ain't gonna be surprised, but like I think it'll be an interesting game with a lot of new movement. And they it's I think it'll solely depend on how the offense, like how well y'all move the ball, because they have been stacking up their defense the last couple seasons, and they had some good draft picks, and they added another somebody in free agency that was pretty good that I was pretty mad about. But yeah, their defense got better. But the thing is, like their defense has to put it together consistently. So
yeah,
because they have a very talented defense.
yeah, they do. But Tampa Bay's got a. I mean, with that, I loved when we drafted Abuka because I was like, okay, if if Evans or Godwin goes down, at least we have Abuka. Then we could have we still have Jalen McMillan.
That's what I
I,
was gonna say. Yeah, him.
so like we still got like a lot of weapons. So that's why I think just our weapons I think will be able to go along with this defense. But I think it'll be a good game. Um um Cincinnati at Cleveland. I'll let you go ahead with this one.
Oh, I know you'll probably take, Cleveland, but I'm gonna take Cincinnati. They have to start off good this season. Um, this last season was not great for them, so I feel like getting a gift, even though it's at Cleveland, even though their defense is gonna, play tough, I feel like that's a game you cannot lose to start the season. You just can't.
Well, how did you know if I was going to pick Cleveland?
Man, because I just know that's what you do.
Because I'm mad because I did pick Cleveland to win this game because one Cincinnati is known to have bad starts, and I think we're just going to have another bad start. Now I don't think
No.
I don't think it'll continue as bad as they've had in the past, but I don't think they start out good with week one. I mean, there might. I think Cleveland always has a solid defense, and I think that defense is going to contain the Cincinnati offense enough to win the game.
The Triple Crown, you think they're gonna contain that?
Containing nowadays is probably 100 yards. So I mean, maybe I don't know. Um, but this is interesting. We've differed on two out of the three games that we've predicted. So interesting, interesting. Miami at the Colts in Indianapolis. Look, I'm gonna just say this right here, and I think everyone's thinking about this. If you got Daniel Jones as one of your captains, this is a failed year for the Colts. Give me the Dolphins because of that.
I got the Dolphins too. For some reason, though, on all the betting things, it's even. The game's even.
Yeah, that's crazy to
I'm
me.
just so surprised because I was like, well, are they acting like people ain't playing for the Dolphins? But no, like Tyreek's playing, Waddle's playing, like they got everybody playing, and I forgot they got Darren Waller too.
Yeah, a lot of people are down on the Dolphins, and I get it because they just Dolphins is just one of those teams. They got talent, but they can never win big games. But I'm just telling you right now, this ain't really a big game. The Colts is just not really that good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Jonathan Taylor just stayed there. He should have just went somewhere else, but
I
oh
thought he was
well.
leaving too, but yeah.
Yeah. Um Las Vegas Raiders at New England. This is Mike Vrabel's opening as the head coach of the Patriots, and I think it'll be a good one. I got the Patriots since they're at home. I like Mike Vrabel just as a coach in general, so I think he'll do good, and I I think he will turn a New England around. I'm not saying they will be playoffs or anything, but I think he will eventually turn them around to being a playoff team again in the future. So I got Patriots. I think with the Raiders is just one of those teams that's going to be tough with deciding if they're going to win or not because they've got like the team to, but will they come together all the way? That's my problem. I don't know if they will or not. So I'll pick the Patriots.
This is one game that I've been staying away from just 'cause I don't know, the Raiders, they just got a lot of they got some pieces where you're like, "Hmm, they could win," but then, honestly, man, so, like, I don't know how Gino's gonna look against the defense, but man, I think Imma go with I think Imma go with the Raiders.
Mm. Tough one, tough one.
Hey, you gotta remember what Gino said. They try to write him off, and he didn't write back. That's what he said. He
All
ain't
right,
writing back.
all right. Arizona at New Orleans. This is an easy pick for me. Arizona. I think the Saints are going to be the worst fucking football team in the NFL. So
Yeah, I got Arizona as well. Let Kyler Murray get a little burn, a little easy win in.
now, if Arizona somehow loses this game, this will be an epic fail on their part, in my opinion. So we'll see. Um, Pittsburgh at the New York Jets. I'll let you go ahead with this one.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh, not because I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna have like just a phenomenal game. I feel like their receiving core outside DK is gonna have to really show up. I feel like to win this game, uh, it's two really good defenses, but at the end, I'm picking Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh has the better defense, but they're really good.
Yeah. Um, I will agree with you on this one as well. I just think Pittsburgh just overall has just the better team overall aspect as a whole. But if the Jets win this, I mean I wouldn't really be too surprised, but I just don't think they will overall. The New York Giants at the Commanders. I got the
Oh,
Commanders. I got the Commanders in this
you ain't
one.
got the Giants?
No, I don't have the Giants. I
Why
think the
not?
Giants. I think the Giants overall will be better, but I don't. I see a lot of people thinking the Commanders are going to have take like a fall, like a dip down from what they did with the playoffs. But I don't. I don't see that happening. I see them being in the playoffs again, but I don't. I don't see them losing to the Giants, and they're not especially at home for Week 1. Give me the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Commanders. Feel like the Giants will probably put up. I think they'll put up a good fight uh, in the first half. I don't know how. It'll be interesting to see how the Giants D line tries to contain um Jaden. I mean, he just their offense, like their plays and how they run it, they just make it where he gets some good, quick, easy reads and he can push the ball down the field. Like then they added Debo, so I mean, it's just a lot. That's a lot to contain on the offense. So I mean, like you saw it last night with Jalen Hurts. Like
Hmm.
man, when he was running, he made it so easy, and it was like they can just do that almost every time. And so it's really really hard to contain. So yeah. I feel like I don't think they'll be able to contain Daniels, honestly.
Yeah, I think that'll be the big thing for the Commanders winning for sure. Um, Carolina at Jacksonville. What do you think about this game?
I feel like I take Carolina a lot because I feel like Bryce is always, like, putting it together, and I feel like they're already like, they're always almost there. And now I'm wanting to take Jacksonville, and I feel like they'll end up losing this, but, um, I think for Jacksonville, yeah, Imma take Jacksonville. I hope hopefully Travis Hunter has a good game. Feel like they got a good at least should have a good game, but, I mean, the Panthers, I think it'll be close. I feel like the Panthers are they're li to me, they're both, like, almost, like, at the same spot in their conferences, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I have Jacksonville as well. I just think I just think Jacksonville, if they were going to make a run to win the division this year, I think this would be the year if they could put it all together. So I'm gonna have Jacksonville win this game. Tennessee at Denver. This is an easy one for me. I'd give me Denver.
Yeah, I got Denver too.
I'm not saying anything bad, but I think the Titans are probably 2 years away from being, just good overall because they're probably going to have a good pick this upcoming year as well. So, um, the 49ers at Seattle. Who you got for this one? This one's a tough one, in my opinion.
No McCaffrey, well, more than likely no McCaffrey, Sam Darnold, don't really dang, man, it's such a hard one. I'll go s I'll go Seattle.
Yeah, this is where we're going to differ. I'm going to go with the 49ers to win. I think they just got the better team, even with McCaffrey out. Sam Donald, I do not trust. So I'll go the 49ers. um, Detroit at Green Bay. Um, I already know where you're going with this, so I already know who you're picking. You're not going to pick against Green Bay any this year, probably. Um, um, Micah Parsons. Is he going to play Week 1?
Yeah,
He might be limited a little bit, but
yeah, they didn't say, like, how much, but they are expecting him to play.
um, before the trade, I thought Green Bay would make a run for to win the division, and now I think they will win the division. Honestly, now because of the trade, because that just makes the defense a whole lot better, and especially in the future because he's 25, 26. Um,
Mhm.
so for this game, especially at Green Bay, I'll go the Packers to win the game because I think I'll be betting on them to win anyways. Funny enough, did you with on your FanDuel, did you see who you bet on the most for NFL?
No, I need to go back and look, though. I need to go back and look.
My top 3 teams, could you pick them? Well, you already know one of them. You know I'm betting on my team and stuff overall. Could you could you pick the other 2 teams?
Tampa, I'm trying to remember other teams you sent. Uh, dang, who else? Baltimore.
No. Baltimore
Really?
Baltimore was not on my list.
Kansas City?
Kansas City is the second one. Which
Wow,
one?
of
What do you think
course.
the third team is?
Probably, Philly.
No, I'll give you one more chance.
Uh,
Y-
the Vikings.
Nah, you gonna be mad when I say it. Green Bay.
Oh,
Green Bay
dang.
was the other team. But those are my three teams. If you want to talk about the Lions and Green Bay game, go ahead. I already know you're picking Green Bay because that's your team.
Man, yeah. It's a big division game, week 1. We haven't played at home in I think in a while, and then especially against them. So, I mean, they beat us a good bit over the last couple seasons, especially, at Green Bay. So, I feel like what we were missing, like that's another thing. Like Michael Parsons is going to make the defense so much better and easier because we did have, we went up to top 10 last season. So I was like, that's, without him. So that should only make everything better. And having Jeff Halfley here for 2 seasons as a DC, so everybody should be, acquainted with that system and stuff. So yeah, I'm expecting a big game that but I mean they're not, it ain't gonna be. I would love for it to be a blowout, but just how Detroit plays, I couldn't see it being a blowout, honestly.
Yeah,
Especially with like because they just have like I don't like golf at all, but I mean with their system, he that I did love that they got killed by Washington just because like I was like, this is what happens when you have just an average quarterback that can do good in the season, but in the playoffs he can't anyway. Uh because I mean you have St. Brown, like he had all the offensive weapons, like Jameer Gibbs, it's just like I said, it'd be hard for him to fail. So like and Jameer Gibbs and St. Brown, they're just really, really good. So
yeah. I think it'll be a very close game, but I also think what affects my like Green Bay to win the division thing is because I think with Ben Johnson gone, I think the offense will be maybe different a little bit to extent. So I think that's going to be a big indicator of why I don't think the Lions are going to win the division. So, um, Houston at the Rams. Matt Stafford, I think, is going to play. Um, and if he does play, I got the Rams winning against Houston.
I'm gonna
Because
go to Texans. I'm gonna go Texans.
yeah,
Okay,
you
I
are.
forgot because they added Daniel Hunter, and they already got a really good defense. And yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess we will see. Uh, Baltimore at Buffalo Sunday night game. I'm pretty sure.
Yep,
Who,
Sunday night.
who you got for that big Sunday night game? Closing his eyes, boy. That that's it's tough to predict when you gotta do that.
Man, I picked Baltimore last time, man. They lost. I was hurt. I'm gonna go Baltimore. I'll go Baltimore.
Damn. I'll go Baltimore as well. You know me. I'm picking Baltimore till I die, probably. The way I pick them. I'm big on Baltimore. Monday night football game, Minnesota at Chicago. Your two favorite teams. Other teams.
Oh no. I don't want to. I don't but I don't know. JJ McCarthy's on the road for his first game,
hmm
and I just don't know how that's gonna look. That's all.
So you got
But I mean,
Chicago.
yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if Caleb Williams just gives them the game, honestly.
Well, this is where we're going to differ. I got Minnesota. I think JJ will do just enough to win it, especially on the road. And he got a lot of talent around him. I mean, all he has to do is manage the game. Be a Brock Purdy. Be Jimmy G. That how Jimmy G used to be. Years back. I mean. Just be a game manager. You don't have to do a lot. I mean, you got the talent around you, so just be a game manager. I meant to ask you this at the beginning or when we were talking about college football, and we're going to do it for the professionals as well. Who's your national championship for college football? If you picked one right now, if you had to put a here's an easier one. If you had to put a place a bet right now, who's the favorite that you would put as a the national champion in college football?
Dang, I don't even know. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a team in the top 10. Man, I'm just say Tennessee.
Oh, good gracious. That's not really true, folks. But whatever.
Man,
Um,
what's the problem?
well, I'm gonna be. I'm not biased when I say this. I'm actually going to say Georgia wins it. So I'm going to say Georgia wins it. I could see Georgia winning it. So, um, pick your pick your two Super Bowl from the AFC, NFC, and who wins.
Let's see. AFC, CAC. Give me the. Dang, I was wanting to say the Bills, but I couldn't decide between them or the Ravens. But the Ravens, they just keep burning me, man. Uh, all right, I'll just go NFC. So NFC, I'll take Green Bay, and then AFC, maybe Houston. I'll go. I'll go Texans. Something a little dark horse.
Oh, and who you got winning? Green Bay.
Oh yeah, of course. By 10.
Um, I would go Ravens for the AFC. And then the NFC is it's one of those things I don't know who I really want to do for the NFC, but I think I'm going to go Eagles to get back there, and I'll go with the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. I'm oh shit. I'm riding high, I'm riding high on the Ravens. I always have. I don't know what my predictions were last year. I can't remember all the way. I want to say I didn't have the Ravens in last year, but I don't know.
I don't know who I picked last year either.
But I do Ravens to win the Super Bowl. Um, might change. I don't know. But that's been week 2 of college football and NFL week 1. Um, so appreciate. Oh, did not mean to wrong. I appreciate anyone that tuned in and watched. And next week we'll be back for week 3 of college football and week 2 of NFL, and we'll see what our prediction or records look like for both of them. So
I'm gonna have the lead, so we already know that. Ah.
Okay, well, probably not, but we'll see. And now, oh, good, I got to head into work. This is just fun. But hope, hope you guys have a great one and have a great night. Peace out, y'all.